Good morning, Julia. I'm Dr. Thomas. For your understanding, we have agreed to have a therapy process that consists of 8 sessions and occurs every 2 weeks. I understand that your daughter Elizabeth cannot make it because of college purposes, correct?
Yes.
Thank you. We're going to begin with the intake assessment. Why don't you start by telling me a little about why you're here today? Thank you. We're going to begin with the intake assessment. Why don't you start by telling me a little about why you're here today?
I'm Julia, and recently I've been going through a tough time. I'm Julia, and recently I've been going through a tough time. My daughter Elizabeth, my daughter left 2 months ago for college. She's out of town, out of state, and not close enough for me to visit. She's my only child, and ever since she left, I haven't been able to not think about her. I feel like I'm at a wit's end. I'm constantly getting into conflict with my partner, Joe. I've been skipping work due to headaches and other physical problems. I picked up a few pounds from stress and overeating. I don't know what to do and I need help.
Okay, thank you, Julia. So to provide you with the right treatment plan, I need a little bit more information, so I'm going to ask you a series of questions. Is that okay?
Okay.
Do you think that you're experiencing anxiety?
Yes, I'm anxious about my daughter. I don't talk to her every day. I don't always know her whereabouts. I don't know what she's going through. Will she even call me if she needs help? How will I know if she needs help?
Okay. Well, from the symptoms, I'm going to say that you're experiencing separation anxiety disorder. How would you say that this is negatively affecting your thoughts and behaviors?
I keep being insensitive towards my husband. I've been nitpicking about small things here and there. I'm constantly agitated. Just small things just really bother me. At work, I can't meet production. It's just a waste of time to even go to work. My physical health is declining because of my poor eating habits. I'm just at a rut. I can't go on heat.
I understand. What boundaries have you set with your daughter that could help you, if any, behave and think more appropriately?
Lizzie and I agreed that she'll call us every other day before bedtime within the first 2 weeks of her being in college. And our plan was successful, but now we barely even get 3 calls a week.
Have you asked Elizabeth why she hasn't been calling you, as you agreed?
She says she's busy with the increased schoolwork in college and all. She has a lot going on. She just got a part-time job at a restaurant. I understand she's probably got a lot going on herself, but I want to know that she's safe. That's my little girl. I just want to make sure she's all right.
Do you trust that Elizabeth will make good decisions and call you if you need help, or do you feel as though you may have felt her as a parent and didn't prepare her to be on her own?
I did the best I could, but I don't think I did enough to prepare her as a young woman to be in the world. There's a little more that Joe could have done as a father, him being a man. I'm a woman. I should have taught her about being a woman, needing to conquer the world and dangers in it. It just wasn't enough. I could have done better.
Okay. What are you most stressed and anxious about your daughter?
I'm most stressed when I haven't heard from my daughter in over 2 days. I began having bad thoughts that affect my behavior.
Have you expressed this with her, how you feel?
No, because I don't want her to think I'm overbearing and not giving her the privacy that she deserves.
Okay. But by engaging your daughter in your life and making her aware of your feelings, you may be able to have a healthy discussion that could lead you to feeling better. How do you think talking to her will help you behave and think?
Well, I think if I talk to her, we will be able to establish boundaries. She'd know how I feel about her not calling me. I think she would understand. That'd help me feel a lot better about the whole situation.
Okay. Thank you. So in assessing you, Julia, your baseline function is dependent on whether you talk to Elizabeth. Is that correct?
Yes.
You function depending on you guys' communication.
Yes.
So when you don't talk to her, you function poorly. Could your behavior be a result of how you think she is functioning without you?
Yes, because I just don't know what's going on with her. I never had the chance to go off to college myself. She could be so busy that she's not taking care of herself properly. And when I think of that, I put myself in her shoes. I worry and get so caught up that I believe how I perceive her to believe.
Your undesired behavior occurs when you become anxious and start worrying. How do you think you can avoid being anxious even when you go days without talking to Elizabeth?
I think if I keep a positive mindset and know that I've raised a good girl, I'd avoid anxiety a whole lot. I know we did good raising her. I'm just feeling the separation anxiety. As you said, it's hard to let go.
Okay, so how do you think the positive feelings of knowing that you raised your daughter to handle her responsibilities and to be respectful and to rely on both of you if she needs anything, how does that make you feel? How could this feeling change your behavior?
When I think of it like that, I know that Elizabeth is safe. I trust my daughter. When I think of it like that, I don't have a reason to be anxious or worried.
Okay. Julia, when you go dates without talking to Elizabeth, do you ever think of a positive attributes that you've taught her?
No, I don't. I need to start thinking of something positive to be more positive. By not acknowledging her capabilities, it may make her seem as though I don't trust her.
Yes. Thinking positively is a good start. It doesn't all happen overnight. There are going to be some cases where you may still have worry and be anxious. What do you think you should do in those cases?
I think I should communicate with my husband so that he could reassure me of what a great job we did as raising her. I have been neglecting him as if he's a part of the problem, but he's not. He's a part of the solution.
Correct. He is a part of the solution. So, Julia, for clarity, how are you going to eliminate worrying and anxiety? What do your problem-solving skills consist of?
I'm going to communicate more with Jill. Think positive about my daughter, how we raise her, and know that she's in God's hands.
Okay, correct. Be mindful that how you think about situations affects how you behave. If you think positively, you behave positively. If you think negatively about worrying, you behave negatively. I enjoyed this session with you today. We've created a treatment plan. I want you to think positively about situations, and the more positive you think, the more positive and less anxious you're going to be. And in cases where you do feel like you're going to be anxious, you should talk to your husband or do something to like exercise and eat right so that you can calm down. So that's our treatment plan. I want you to implement this plan in your life starting now. I'll meet with you again in 2 weeks to analyze your progress and discover more goals. Have a great day.
Thank you.